suddenly it went from being the darling of the lineup to the least successful new iPhone of all time. So now it's 2024, and the new Zenfone is a gigantic 6.8-inch Ultra phone. Now, honestly, we probably should have seen this coming, right? When has a small flagship ever lasted more than a year or two, right? But it just, I don't know, it hits a little harder when this was the last small one. Like here's something to think about, right? I think Apple is, you could argue, one of the best supply chain companies in the world, right? That's how they built their business. That's how Tim Cook took the stock price from here to here. That's what they do. Tim Cook is the supply chain guy. So every time they come out with a new product or range of products, they have to do the supply chain thing and figure out exactly how many they need to produce. So they have these complex studies and their ways of estimating how many they think will be sold of every single SKU, and then that's how many they need to make. Not too many, just the perfect amount, perfect inventory management. That's the supply chain thing. That's Tim Cook's thing. So in 2020, for the first time, Apple decided to release a new lineup of 4 new iPhones. It was iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, and the 12 Mini. Of course, the 12 and the 12 Pro are the same size, right in the middle, this nice little sweet spot of the lineup, and the 12 Pro Max just being this absolute maxed out, biggest screen, biggest price. But then the cheapest, most pocketable new iPhone in the lineup is this cute new little mini phone. Now, Apple, Tim Cook, all the supply chain knowledge and the studies they've put in, they already know small phones don't sell particularly well. So they make all of their changes and line up how many of each they're going to produce, and then they send it. They send it all into production. And reviews, honestly, for the most part, were super positive across the board. People love the mini phone. Yes, the battery life is weaker on the smaller phone, but to put a flagship shape and a flagship chip and a flagship camera in a mini phone, it's just such a rare thing. So it was extremely well received. Tech reviewers love it. Real users are loving it. YouTube videos are loving on the thing. And the mini iPhone still sold dramatically less than what Apple had prepared for it to. There are some surveys that have the mini iPhone at like 5% of the total sales of the entire new iPhone 12 lineup, sometimes even less. I mean, it was really, really unpopular in the grand scheme of things to actually buy an iPhone 12 mini. So suddenly it went from being the darling of the lineup to the least successful new iPhone of all time.